the prop firms, some of them are also scams.
Some of them are like scams. How prop firms work is that in order for them to make money, you have to lose.
Wait, in order for them to make money.
Because you need to keep taking the test.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Grow Your Money.
And today is a very special episode because we have our very first guest with us who flew in all the way from KL actually. He's Julian, a prop firm trader, 6-figure e-commerce entrepreneur, which means firm actually pay him to trade for them as well. And he also runs his own Forex community called Genesis Pips. Julian, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you for having me. Very happy to be here. I know this is the first episode, so kind of like I have to set the bar, correct?
Yeah, definitely. You have to give our audience a lot of tips and tricks.
Okay, Ken, let's do it.
All right. So Julian, maybe you can share with us a little bit about yourself lah. Now that you do Forex, right? But in the early days, do you start doing Forex when you were young, or how has it been for you?
I would say you're talking about when I was young as a kid, right? I would say in my earlier days, I was one person that is, I would say very frugal. Like I don't really spend a lot, right? I don't really, I wouldn't really care too much about money. All right, I would say money is not my first priority lah. But the thing that started changing my mindset was I actually was intending to go overseas, right? And then at that point in time, I needed to move. In order for me to move overseas, I needed to have a lot of money. So I remember it was around 2015, right? And when I was about 25 years old, so you know my age right now, right? I was actually still working a full-time job. But because of this incident, I had to find ways to make money, right? And therefore, I attended one of my first conference ever, which is the National Achievers Congress.
Oh, I also attended. That was my first event also.
Oh, also in 2015?
Not in 2015. In 2017, I attended my first NAC.
The Tony Robbins one?
It's
not.
That was my second event, the Tony Robbins one. It's actually a 5 days training.
Yeah,
that one not the one, the walk in fire one.
That was Tony Robbins.
Oh, that's Tony Robbins, okay.
But then I didn't attend the Tony Robbins. I mean, after that I did lah, right? But the event that I attended actually really got me started because I was actually pretty amazed at a lot of the speakers that were speaking there. One of the first courses that I actually purchased, right? Again, that was my first time attending. I just don't know how. I just take out my credit card and purchase. Was actually Sean's course, right? So that was my first foray into investing per se, right? And then that's how I started my entire journey,
I see.
So what was the thing that you've learned during the course that changed your life?
One thing is that I have the ability to make money on my own, right? Again, because at that point in time, I didn't really care about money, right? But since I got started, I realized that money is important. So I cannot rely on my full-time job anymore. So I have to, be able to make money elsewhere. So investing was the one that, first thing that got me started lah. Yeah.
And how did that turn out for you? Because investing, but then now you're Forex ma. So what's the link? Usually investing people do stocks or maybe options, right? I think in the early days. But then after that, how did that investing go to become Forex?
Okay, so I mean, long journey, I would say. Investing, I started off investing again at that time. I was doing like Bursa Malaysia. I made some money, lost some money as well because again learning curve is starting out, right. And then moving on to like 2018, I started some e-commerce. I think just now you mentioned about e-commerce, right? Wow. So yeah, it was a new journey as well, right? Started different things, tried different businesses. But then came 2020, which was the time of the pandemic, right? At that time, e-commerce was really booming. So I realized that, hey, actually I got in at the right time, right? So made quite a lot of money as well. 6 figures. Actually, I have a few 6-figure stores actually. So it was doing pretty well because everyone was stuck at home. Then they have to buy things online, right? You guys remember that period, right? Everyone stuck at home, so nowhere else to go. But then they can still have to order things online. So
just curious, what were you selling that got you to the 6 figures mark?
Okay, good question.
Face mask?
No, not face mask. I was selling gaming products. Yeah, because gaming products. Yeah. So at that time again, a lot of people. My train of thought was like, hey, everyone stuck at home. Right, nothing to do. So what do they keep themselves? How do they keep themselves entertained? They play games or some people buy games for their kids, stuff like that. So I was selling that lah. Yeah, so that was one of the first products that got me to
digital gaming products, man. Like or like those console one, or like those like
console
games.
Console
Okay,
games.
okay.
Yeah.
But before that, because you started in 2018, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did that? How did you get started into e-commerce? Was it because you saw people talking about it, or you?
Yeah. No, I was hearing people talk about it, Then okay, so because my background is computer science, so I have a computer science background, so I thought that e-commerce, creating a website to sell stuff shouldn't be that difficult lah. So that's why I decided to try on now.
Is that drop shipping?
Yeah,
Correct. I started off
dropshipping.
with
And
dropshipping.
actually, that period of time, right, the e-commerce and the dropshipping phase was everyone is doing e-commerce. Even I tried doing e-commerce, but failed lah. Never do until 6 figures lah.
Hey, I also tried before e-commerce.
you did?
But I sell Carousel. Our plan. Then I sell those the shoe box. Last time when people collect sneakers, right? Then they like to display the sneaker. So they every sneaker is one transparent box. Then you stack up the box.
That one can do a full
Hey, can
business
they?
meh?
I went to Alibaba. I go and find supplier. Then one box. I think my cost was maybe $6, but then I sell one box $18.
Huh? So
Not
X?
bad. Not bad. Hey, ask you you think drop shipping, right? In today context, still work or not as compared to you did 8 years ago?
To be honest, if you ask me, I say it's tougher lah. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I stopped e-commerce Okay, so back then again, 2020 was doing very well, but when it came to like 2022, especially the time where Facebook, had that pixel issue and Apple had that pixel issue, right, whereby they want to stop tracking. So it became very difficult in order for people to run ads. So and the cost was very high as well. Yeah, so then it doesn't really make sense. The ROI wasn't there lah. So then it doesn't make sense to actually continue in that sense. So that's why I would say right now, only the best of the best. If you really do very well, you can do it. But if you are just starting out, it's actually quite difficult lah.
Yeah, it's very, very competitive lah. Last time, my friend, right, even, when you go army, right, you need to prepare is it a fuel pack? You call it fuel pack?
Yeah, the fuel pack.
Yeah. So one of my friends, right, he actually go and sell on Carousel also, the fuel pack. So he pack everything for you already, all the whatever Ziploc bags, whatever things that you need, right? Then he go and sell. But then until now, he say, okay, actually it's getting tougher and tougher.
It's just
Not
more
easy.
competitive, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So from e-commerce, then 2022 it gets tougher, right? Okay, then now we come to where you are. Forex, how did that appear?
Yeah. Okay. Good question. So, at the point in time, I started. I had some money with my e-commerce business, and then what happened is that since I found it tougher, I needed to pivot. Right. So again, when things get tough, you don't just like stop lah. You see how you can move on and pivot lah. So what I did was that I tried to find something that I can start with little capital, right? Because again, e-commerce is quite capital intensive, right? You have to buy the stuff, all those kind of things. So Forex became something that was easy to start. You can start with as little as, $100, $500 even, right? And then when I first put in, I think I put in $100 only. That was how I got started. Yeah, and then my first time I actually follow other people's signal. Again, you don't know what you're doing, right? So you follow other people. Then I follow them. Then it's like immediately I can grow the $100 to $600. I'm like, wow, this is gold. I can 6x my investment. So then, but the thing is that again, when you are new, you get greedy, right? You thought like, wow, 1 day or 2 days worth of work, you can get $600 already. Wow, you already
Kang already, don't need to work already.
No need work already. You're king already. Then after that, you do some more, then you lose all the money. So it's a cycle. This happens. And I believe that a lot of people who are starting out also face this thing.
So you also basically that 100, 600, then you lost the 600.
Yeah, lost it. Then put again, then do again, then lost again. So it's like that. It's starting cycle.
All in all, right, just curious, how much have you lost before in Forex? Like a biggest loss?
My biggest loss in a day?
In a day, lor. Yeah,
In a day.
one trade also can.
In a day, I remember there was one time that I made $5,000 in 1 day. And then the next day, I lost the entire $5,000. I think I put in $2,000 as capital. I made $5,000 in 1 day. And then the next day, lost the entire $7,000.
Wow, your account go bust already.
Yeah, go bust.
How do
That's
you
crazy.
feel? Because I've also tried Forex. Then very funny one. Like I was also trying to learn as in the early days. Then I realized that when I was trying to see the movement, right, then maybe $10, $20, I stare at the price like quite
Very
intense.
stressed leh.
Yeah. But then, most of the time people find it very hard to cut loss, right?
Yeah.
Then on your side, when especially you come one day before you made 5,000, then next day you lose it all. So what was the emotions in your head that were running through?
After I lost or what?
After you lost.
After you lost.
After I lost. Again, to be honest, because you make so much money and then you lose so much money in one day, really your emotions get to you, whereby you tend to want to revenge trade, right? So you want to put in more money, try to make it back again. Yeah, I think it's a very normal thing. So I really understand, when beginners talk about revenge trading, because this is something that everyone mostly have to go through.
How do you overcome it?
How do I overcome revenge trading? I think this has to come with discipline, right? Because if not, the cycle will continue on. You keep on making money, you lose money, you make money, lose money again. Cycle continue. So I realized that what differentiates good traders from not good traders, right, is your discipline. And the good thing about Forex is that it really helps you see who you really are. Right? A lot of people you think that, this person like very chill, very calm. But then after that, when you put them into Forex market, then they suddenly, you see a different side of them
The
coming
pattern
up.
come out already.
Sounds like me, yeah.
Sounds like me also.
So Forex reveal your true pattern, your true self. So it comes to a point whereby you realize that you're tired of losing money. I mean, it cannot be this unless you are unlimited funds. Then you have to realize that I need to really be disciplined. I need to change. If not, then I will still have to have the deposit, lose money kind of cycle.
How do you become more disciplined in Forex? Yeah, how do you become more disciplined?
I think first thing is that I always tell my students, which is following a system, right? If you follow a system, you are able to at least try to get some, consistency, right? Just like how when you drive, right, there are traffic rules all around, right? People say, seatbelt, follow the traffic sign. But the true thing is that whether you follow or not, then different case We got all these rules, but people still break them, right? So you can have all this system, which is supposed to help you, protect you, but then you can still...
Even if you do all the right things, sometimes you will still make mistake along the way. Or other people make mistake, then they bang into you. Then you also jialat lah. But Julian, just curious, right? Because a lot of people always tell me, right, Forex is a scam. So what do you think? Is Forex a scam?
Is Forex a scam? Actually, people say investing is a scam. Last time people also say internet is a scam, right? Don't go on the internet, right? So actually, to be honest, everything may be a scam if you think it is a scam, right? But how you see it, if you actually... also one thing is because at the present time, there are a lot of people that use these kind of vehicles to scam others. So yes, it is true, right? Crypto, they also say is a scam, right? But if you really... so how do you differentiate or how do you see whether something is a scam or not? Is that I think the first thing or the first clue is, do you have control of the money, right? If you give the money to someone and you have no control on how it actually grows and stuff like that, then it's most likely a scam. Right? But if you have control of the money yourself, for example, you do investing, right? Like you all teach about investing and stuff like that. You are giving them education, and then at the end of the day, they have the control of what they do with the money themselves based on the systems that they use and stuff like that. Then that is totally fine, right? So I think the important thing is that you want to learn how to do it properly, and you want to have control of what you're doing it.
Got it. Then okay, so investing, you join a course. All right. So Forex, how do you learn? Do you also join something, or actually you just...
No lah, you have to...
I think real money.
The fastest way, of course, the fastest... I mean, if you want to try yourself and then you do yourself, then you pay tuition fees with real money lah. But of course, you want to grow faster, then you learn from other people lah. Okay, so over the course of time, I also pay a lot of people money to learn different things with regards to Forex.
So compare, let's say, because we are more to the investing side, then you are more to the Forex side. So how do you think Forex differs from investing? Because there's always the debate, like, investing people like, oh no, Forex is, you don't do fast trade, you must hold long term, you must have courage, you must have conviction. But Forex is more shorter term and mid term trades. And as an investor, sometimes I think it's because we are not some investors are not very good in the shorter term. That's why we think in the longer term.
I agree. Like even for me, when I tried doing Forex, right, after a while, I think I tried for about 3 months. I was learning from a lot of places. I also learned from Julian also. But at the end of the day, right, I feel like, maybe it's not something that suits me. Because for me, emotionally, even though I'm very trained in from the investing side, right, but when it comes to Forex, wow, I just keep staring at the screen, you know. I just like keep staring, it's like, wow, going out, waiting. Then I tell Bjorn, going out, going out, wow. Then I told Nelson also, like, wow, jialat lah, this time round cannot make it ready. So yeah, it's even though you are well trained and you know what is correct, right? You will still have the emotions like override you.
Yeah. So what do you think is like the mindset that allows you to be that a successful trader must possess? What is that mindset that a successful trader must have?
Mindset that they must have. Okay, I think, let me answer your first question first. You asked me what's the difference between both lah. To be honest, I feel that different people have different style. All right, like if you are someone that don't have the time to see, you prefer long-term investing, right? You don't have you have lack of patience in a sense, then don't do I mean, okay, how to say? If you have more if you don't want to see so much, you don't have the time, then you do investing. Right? But if you have more time to monitor, then you do short term. Okay, so investing, in my opinion, is good, but the thing is that you are growing the money, but you don't have a cash flow in a sense, right? However, if you do Forex, is on a daily basis. For example, you're doing it in a shorter term, it allows you to withdraw the money more often, which you can use the money to pay for your bills and stuff like that, right? If you do investing, you are meant to hold long term without having to take out. So that's the main difference lah. Yeah. So wait, what's your other question again?
What is the mindset that a trader, someone that's doing Forex or trading things, need in order to be successful?
Okay, so the first thing is discipline. I think discipline very important. If you follow a set of rules and you are disciplined in it, actually you follow the strict, like for example, risk management rules. Actually, there's no way you will fail one, because you already know that you have to cap your risk, and if you have a strategy that has a high win rate, right, you are sure that when you put in your money, let's just say, because all this is a numbers game, right? Let's just say out of 10 trades, your win rate is, let's just say 80%. So out of 10 trades, 8 of these are winning trades. So even if you lose, like for example, the first 2 trades, it doesn't matter, because you know that the subsequent ones will be winning trades as well, right? So if you have high win rate strategy, that will be able to help you a lot as well. So all these again are set into your rules that you set for yourself, your SOP, your system. So as a trader, a good trader, you have to be disciplined enough to follow that strategy or that rules that you set for yourself. If you break that strategy or you break that rules, then usually you are the one that suffer. So is that the case that I never break any of my rules? Actually, whenever I do break my rules, right, I tend to suffer. For example, I'll give you one simple example, over trading. I set in my rules actually as once you hit the target, no more over trading. Every time I overtrade, I lose money. So that's the thing. So
write down in your trade journal.
Yes, correct. So writing down, recording that is very important. Okay, a lot of people make the mistake of not recording any trade journal. So when you write down in your trade journal, then you can reflect back and see, hey, what is it that I do wrong? What is it that I do right? Right? Even in investing, right? A lot of people should write down in the trade journal, why is it that I enter this, right? Why is it that I do this? Then only you can know whether you're doing correctly or not.
What should be inside the trade journal? So I'm also trying to write a little bit more. So I think it's like entry, exit, then the reason why you enter the trade, and your stop loss and take profit, right?
Yeah, correct. You can also include your emotions, how you feel, right? And also one more thing is that how confident you are in that setup. All right. So for example, I categorize my trades into A+ setup, and then like A setup, B setup, so on and so forth. So the more confident I am with the setup, I consider as A+ setup. So when it's more confident, then you can maybe put in more capital in order to execute the trade, right? Or when you're not that confident, maybe you use a smaller size capital, so on and so forth. So the different type of quality of the trades.
Okay, so you just keep looking for the A+ setup.
So of course you want to have more A+ setup, so that you are able to be more confident.
Hey, Julian, just curious, right? What is a prop firm? Because a lot of people always say, prop firm, and then we introduce you as a prop firm trader, right? But maybe some of the audience, they don't know what's a prop firm, how does it work? How do you actually become a full-time funded prop firm trader?
Okay.
Can you share a little bit more?
Good question. So prop firm is basically a company that gives you capital to trade. Basically, in order for you to do that, you need to prove yourself to be a good trader. If not, who want to give you money to trade?
Is it free?
Okay, so it is not free. You have to pay a fee, like a entrance fee, to go and take the test. So when you take the test, usually prop firms are two-phase, which means that the first phase, once you pass that, there's usually a profit target. So for example, you aim, the target is 10%. So once you get 10% of the account, then you pass the first phase. Then after that, the second phase would be, let's just say 5%, right? So usually second phase lesser lah. So 5%, once you pass that again, then you become a funded trader. So the good thing about trading prop firms is that it actually lowers the risk, because once you prove that you're a good trader, they give you funds to trade. And once you become a funded trader, whenever you trade, any profit that you make, you actually get a split of it. So usually it's like 80-20 lah.
Oh, how much is the capital size that they actually pass to you?
Okay, so it depends on the account, the test that you take. So for example, you say that you take a 100K test, right? So that means you are given a 100K account. Usually when you start off, it will be demo lah. Okay, so when you trade the 100,000 account, again, the first phase is 10%, which is you just need to make $10,000 as profit.
Is it per day 10,000 or like per month?
It's
Got time limit,
no
right?
time limit. So it's an in its entirety lah. As long as you get 10%, then you pass it lah. Right. Then after that, second phase is 5%. So that means you need to get $5,000 profit lah. So when you are able to do that, then you pass the challenge lah. If you fail it, okay, how do you fail the challenge? Usually is if you lose 10% of the account, let's just say 100,000 account. If your account goes to 90,000, then you're considered as failed. And there is a daily max loss as well. So daily max loss is 5%. Usually lah. So that means
like very easy to lose the account leh.
So if you think about it, if you think about 100,000 account, if you lose $5,000, you're out, right? But if you cannot even manage to, if you cannot even manage your risk and you can lose $5,000 in one day, then you're not really a good trader, right?
Yeah lah.
Yeah lah.
Anyway, I take it back. I don't want to give it to you anymore.
Yeah, so you need to prove yourself to be good lah. Then only people will give you money to trade ma. So
are you only like you? I know there's quite a few prop firms, right?
Mm.
It's not only one, right? Do you have to be dedicated to one, or you can actually
Do a
you
few.
can do however many you want.
So you can work with like 100 companies and then you have 100 prop firms funding you.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. But a lot of prop firms nowadays, I mean, you try to go with the more legitimate ones. Some of them are like scams. Because you think about it, actually how prop firms work is that in order for them to make money, you have to lose.
wait. In order for them to make money,
Correct.
Oh, because you need to keep taking the test.
Oh, okay.
And then
Yes.
you keep paying and paying for the test.
Correct. Yeah. So that's how they make money. So the statistics says that around 90% of people fail prop firm tests. I mean, fail prop firm. Yeah.
So you are the top 10%
Yeah.
because you pass all the prop
In
firm
a sense.
tests.
but is it like because how you feel is also like what you said, whether you are a good or bad trader, because you are just trading the markets, which is the actual currency price. So if you're a good trader, even though basically it means 90% of people are not good traders when you take the test,
Mm.
right?
For sure, for sure.
lah. That's how they make the money, ma. Just like, your insurance loan, most of the time you pay insurance, but then not many people claim, right?
But I
So
heard
that's how they make
before,
money.
the prop firm, some of them are also scams. Because when you try to withdraw, like you make them very good money, you make 10%, 20% for them already. Then you try to withdraw, then they don't reply you or they
Yeah.
just disappear.
You kena before?
Have you
No,
ever-
I didn't kena before. So again, I take the legitimate ones. So if you experience that, usually again, before you take any prop firm, you go and see what's the review, what people are saying about it, right? And then only take those more prominent ones. Those have been around for some time.
So after you get accepted, right, then they give you their actual capital to manage, right?
Okay, most likely it's still demo money. Okay, demo account, but you can withdraw that money.
Oh,
So it's demo money, but then you can still withdraw that money. So let's just say, for example, I make $10,000, right? Then it's 80-20 split. So when I withdraw, I can withdraw off 8,000. Then after that, once you withdraw already, they will reset the account. So you start off with a 100K account again. Then you start again.
Mm.
but how they fund you? Because you are using demo account.
Because it's fake account ma. So when he wants to withdraw that 10%, then they will just take out from their pocket and just pay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, so you okay, I get it.
Yeah.
So okay, now let's say you pass as a prop firm trader, someone passed, right? How do someone after they pass, right? Is it possible that the license can get taken away suddenly, one or not? After you pass already?
Okay, so if you fail after that, then you no more already. So for example, so the same rules still apply, which is the 10% max loss and also the 5% daily drawdown lah. So in any case, if you, let's just say I passed the second stage already, I'm now a funded prop firm trader, but then I after that blow the 10,000, my account become 90k, then I lose out, then I have to take the challenge again.
Oh,
so
then
you restart. That's how they make
restart
money.
again,
Oh, you have to pay again to take the challenge.
Yeah lor.
Oh,
you fail already, what?
You think one time you
Yeah.
pay, then they keep funding you?
Initially, I thought like you take like a driving test, say like, oh, you're a funded trader, so I give
No
you my
lah.
money to trade. Then if they fail, they just take away your
But then-
license.
Where got so good?
Same like you got your driving license, but then if you like break all the rules, you got demerit, no more license, you have to take again, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But actually quite fun. If you think about it, it's like a game. You have to hit you have to unlock certain stages, right? Then you get more and more, functions, more and more fundings also.
Yeah.
So wow, quite interesting.
Okay, so you know that I know that you also have your own community, right? And then you train them you teach them lah. Are there also a lot of prop firm traders within or?
Yeah, so we have trained a few which has actually passed. Actually just last week there were like one or two that actually told me that they passed the challenges. So this is what we do. I mean, we teach them how to learn how to trade, but then of course our angle is that for them to actually do prop firms as well, so that they can trade with other people's money. Okay, one more thing I forgot to mention is that once you actually pass the prop firm challenge, the 2 phases, you become a funded trader, right? Your fee that you initially paid, they will actually refund to you.
Oh, so good.
So if you think about it, what is your risk?
Our max
Technically,
loss is the fee lor.
the fee. Yeah,
When you pass already, they refund to you. What's your risk?
No
you
risk
don't
ah.
have- No
Risk
risk,
free.
right?
Risk free lah.
You just have to be a
You
top
need to
10
be
trader lah.
You need to be consistently profitable lah.
You need to follow our top 10% traders.
What was your have you like you were a funded trader, right? Then you lost money before, then they revoked or not? What was like the worst loss that you experienced after you got funded as a prop firm trader?
Like maybe some months it's not so good, especially when Donald Trump, start doing some crazy things, right?
Yeah. So of course, I mean, I've blown my funded accounts before, right? Then you just restart again. So I mean, it is part and parcel of the journey lah. Doesn't mean that I also make money. It's not like 100% of the time make money right? But it's just that most of the time it is good. And then as long as I kept my risk, I know what I'm doing, most of the time is profitable lah.
Were there any case like maybe you were doing something else? Because most of the time, maybe you're trading, you have to monitor. But were there some cases where
Got
you had-
distracted.
let's say you had to attend something else, right? Then accidentally Forex move fast, then just the account blow.
Yeah. Got one incident whereby that was the news where I remember that time, I think it was April something like that this year, whereby Donald Trump announced about the tariffs. Yeah. So at that point in time, I had one trade that I entered, I remember. I actually was parking my car and then in the basement, no signal. Then
Wow,
suddenly the thing goes.
shit. Wow, then how much was that? Like how big was that?
I think I blew that account lah. Blew that account. It reached my max daily drawdown of 5,000. So then lost all. So it's just like suddenly spiked downwards. Yeah. So those are unpredictable one lah. Yeah. So then never mind, I just do again lah. Because I done it many times before so they start again.
Wow, that's how confident Julian is.
We also know that you just recently became a dad, right? Your kid Jordan is
Congratulations.
1 year plus now.
Thank you.
So a lot of times, at the start you trade, you have a lot of time to do. But after becoming a father, right, has that thing kind of changed for you or not? Like you have lesser time to do, and how do you manage it?
Lesser time to trade, I would say not really. I will still try my best to continue on with my trading. It's just that sometimes you get distracted lah. All right, like sometimes my son will just come on to me and then play and stuff like that. Sometimes I need to watch him as well. So this tends to take me away from the screen, because but you have to have a kind of have a balance in a sense.
Your son got accidentally pressed buy for you.
No, but he always like accidentally off my computer, just shut down.
Yeah, we were having a Zoom meeting and then I was like talking to Julian and Julian suddenly like blanked. Then I was like, oh, what happened?
But after becoming parent, right, and has your goals, initially when you shared with us that you wanted to make a lot of money so you can move over to the UK. And I think along the way things change and now you are there, right? Has your definition of, let's say, success, right, changed along the way? Like what it is last time and now today? Yeah, your goals.
Yeah, definitely. I think right now my success is not, I mean, how I determine success is not so much on how much money I make already. I think that is like past that. Right now, I'm trying to be someone that is able to train more people to be like me. Again, this is maybe a selfish reason, okay? But I always keep on telling my students, in my Genesis Pips Premium community, right, is that I want to train more of Julian so that I don't have to keep on, giving them trade ideas, giving them, teaching them stuff like that. They are independent enough to trade on their own already, so that I can spend more time with my family, right? Because when it comes to Forex, again, one of the differences between investing and Forex is that when you invest, when you look at the US stock market, basically you have to, you are able to do that only from the New York Open, which is like 9:30 p.m. onwards, right? But Forex is kind of like 23/5. Usually there's a 1 hour break, right? So 23 hours you are able to trade. So with that flexibility, right, personally for me, I prefer to trade in the afternoon, which is like 3 p.m. onwards, right? And then I prefer to take my nights off. But because I have my community now, I have to, do it the whole day, okay? Which is, I mean, I don't mind right now, but in the end of the thing is I want to try to limit that so that I have more time with my family,
Hey, just curious, Julian. If you were not doing Forex, right? You're not teaching Forex, you're not a full-time Forex trader, right? What will you be doing?
Good question.
Gaming.
Yeah, most probably. Okay,
You game a lot, right? I remember you game a lot.
Yeah, I do. Currently, I am someone that I would say, okay, so if I'm not doing Forex, then you're saying that do I have the money already or do I have money or what is that status?
Doesn't matter lah. Like what career or maybe something else that you're passionate about.
What would I be passionate about?
Like when you're young, then you were thinking,
Maybe
"Hey, I
let's
wanna
say,
do
yeah,
this."
like you never come across the National Achiever Congress example, right? Then like how would you think like things
Your
would
life
be like if let's
Will
say
be different. It will be different. I would say I still wouldn't have that mentality of wanting to look for money elsewhere. I'm actually, to be honest, right, I'm an introvert. So mostly I like to stay at home. So if you ask me, like, do I want to like travel elsewhere? What's my dream destination? A bit hard for me to say also. Right. So I would just be, doing like having the same mundane life and stuff like that. So I would think that it would be a very boring life. It would not be as colorful as it is now. So I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
I like boring, I like boring life, Boring
Yeah.
life is the best.
Bjorn is damn boring.
Yeah.
So we
boring.
are the same.
Yeah, that's why we are friends, man. Now, we young, you learn a lot of things when young, right? What is one advice you give your younger self today?
To be honest, I wish that I had started earlier. All right.
You started at 25, it's quite early, right? Even
Earlier than that. Like when I started that, I was like, shit, I should have started this when I was 18. So when I was younger, I should have paid more attention to like, what is this? How can I, be more entrepreneurial? How can I gain money elsewhere? Besides following the norm of your day job, whatever society tells us now, right? Because right now actually there's a lot of opportunity, right? Even at this present moment, last time there's no like chat GPT, all those kind of things, right? So right now actually there's opportunity everywhere. So utilize the opportunity that you're given.
Yeah, that's something that a lot of our students also tell us. Like they always tell me that they wish that they started earlier. I have never heard anyone that say, "Oh, I wish that I didn't start so early." It's always like start early and then you just get in the game and then you don't stop.
But Julian, is it too late to start now? Because you say one of the things we have to start early, ma. So then next question, then some people I feel like, I think a bit too late. Do you think it's too late to start?
I think it's okay. So they always say the best time to plant a tree was yesterday. The next best time is today. So there's no too late one. You don't start, then you will never start. So as long as you start today, then you're already on the right track already.
What is the fastest way for someone to start to learn to become let's say e-commerce, someone want to do e-commerce or someone wants to learn trading? What do you think is the fastest way for them to really start?
Okay. So of course, fastest way is you go and learn from somebody who has already been there, done that, so that you you get to that destination faster because they already made the mistakes. So they tell you how to avoid making those mistakes, right? Another way would be you go and pay your own tuition fee to the market and then you learn yourself lah, right? You
But the
try and
market
error
don't
yourself
return you
lah.
anything.
Yeah lor. So then fastest way is, if not, you just learn from other people.
Okay, I got one more question that because you say that we pay market fees, right? How long did they? Because some people they take maybe they 1 year and they clear already, right? Did it take you like years before you actually kind of learn, years of trial and error before you got to where you are today?
No, again, I could say I learned from other people as well. That's why it shortcut my process. I would say within 1 year, I was starting to see profitability already.
So it takes about 1 year lah.
Yeah, it depends on how committed you are as well, right? Some people, they are more time, they or other people are working, so they don't really put much effort into it. Again, I always see that where your energy go, where your focus goes, your energy flows, right? So where you put your focus in, then that's how you're able to get it faster lah. If you want to be a bodybuilder, but then you work out 1 time a day, once a week, then how?
So like for a normal person, right, like working 9 to 5, is it possible to be like you?
Working 9 to 5, if you have responsibilities, if you are doing things, again, depends on how much effort you put in, right? The more effort you put in, even though you're working 9 to 5, but then from 5 to at night, are you doing anything? If you're not doing anything, then you focus on doing this. You can actually get it done faster.
Okay. Buzz, one more question before we end our podcast, and it's something we want to ask all our guests. We are starting to ask is that what is one advice, right, that you will give to our audience today? It can be anything. It can be about life. It can be about what you're doing. But what is that one single advice that you give anyone if they come to you? Hey, Julian, can you tell me how to succeed in life?
I would say do something that you really like, but also a lot of people, they say that they have a lot of things that they want to do, but they never take the action. So taking action is the number 1 step. If you don't do anything, then just like what you say, right? You want to start, but then you think about starting, but then you never start. It's just a dream. But when you actually do it, that's where you take action. That's how you learn. And of course, it will not be an easy journey along the way. Just like I always say, trading is like driving. Right? It's like when you first started learning how to drive, you also don't know how to drive. Right? You also press the wrong thing. You also get into accidents, stuff like that. Right? But does it mean that now you don't get into accident? You also still make mistakes, but you just learn how to be better. And right now you are driving freely. It's very easy for you. Right? It's not because driving is hard. It's because you already have experience. So all this comes back to having experience. And it's just a journey. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
It reminds me of a quote that I saw recently is that you don't need to be great to start, but you need to start to be great.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow,
Wise
very
words.
appropriate. Okay, so thanks Julian for coming and being our first guest of our Grow Your Money podcast. So to thank him for flying down all the way from KL, right, we actually prepared a little gift for him. Okay, so let me go and take the gift.
It's a special gift. It's to commemorate our first guest as well as the festival that we are celebrating now.
Yep. So this is a special gift. It's a moon cake for you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
But
so
I know
much.
for
Malaysia,
coming.
Malaysia also got some nice mooncake lah. But Singapore we also have lah.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay, Julian, thanks for coming up to Grow Your Money podcast as our very first guest. And thank you guys, also our audience, for listening as well. So remember to like and subscribe as well.
So if you are also a couple who enjoys and wants to learn about tips to manage finances with your spouse, right? Be sure to check out our last podcast video, which you can click down over here. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.